Hey, how's it going, everyone? What is up, and welcome back to the channel and another discussion video for NetherRealm Studios games, Injustice 3 specifically. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also turn on notifications, and also like the video. It helps out the channel more than you could ever know. And don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you want me to talk about, leave me news that I haven't heard about, whatever else. I love doing suggested videos, so make sure to leave them. Also, don't forget about the Patreon. If you want to support the channel in a bigger way, you can go to the link in the description down below to my Patreon. Your name will be listed in a credits scene at the end of every video, so if you're interested in that and supporting the channel and helping keeping us going, click on that link down below and support us over there. Don't forget about the giveaway and the tournament series. Hear more about both of those at the end of the video, but let's go ahead and jump into this one. So today we're talking about possible Injustice 3 news. Wow. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, Injustice is my favorite series from NetherRealm. I love Mortal Kombat. It's cool, it's iconic, all that good stuff, but Injustice is really where it's always been for me. I'm a huge DC Comics nerd. I love every character in the DC Comics universe, pretty much, and, you know, I went competitive playing Injustice 2. I was a professional player for Injustice 2 sponsored, so any Injustice 3 news really gets me excited. I'm really excited about it. It should be right around the corner in 2022, so we'll see. But anyways, so we have this news yesterday that came out. I think it was yesterday. Tom Taylor, a comic book writer for DC, and I think one of the Injustice comic book writers in general, actually tweeted out 2 letters with quotes to him, and it was an I and an N, of course, Injustice. He wrote, I think he was a writer for Injustice one of the years, maybe, possibly, and he also, or maybe they're just bringing him in, I don't remember, but he also quoted Batman from the comics, saying it could have been different if they were still here. Or I think it could have been different if they were still here, and he quoted that with 2 letters as photographs. And that's very interesting to me. Now, does that mean that Injustice 3 is automatically announced or revealed right then and there? No, it doesn't. Of course, this is a marketing ploy to probably get people excited for the Injustice comic books coming back. And just because the Injustice comic books come back doesn't mean that the game's actually coming back. But it kind of does, actually. You know, speaking pessimistically, that doesn't mean that it means that the game's coming soon, but actually in a very realistic sense of marketing and how they launch games with other things, how they've always launched Injustice with the Injustice comic books, that really does mean that Injustice 3 is coming soon. We're going to get a reveal soon. Whether we get an actual reveal at DC Fandom, which is coming up very soon, in less than a month, on August 22nd, whether we get a reveal there or not is actually to be decided, and I'm actually going to make a video about that. But a little sneak preview, I do think it's a very good possibility. But this does mean that the gears are at least turning for Injustice 3. That does mean that we do have something going for Injustice 3. It's not canceled, it's not canned, it's probably going to be the next game. There was a lot of talk going on in NetherRealm Studios, around NetherRealm Studios, that the next game wasn't going to be Injustice. It was going to be a brand new IP. And I believe that they do have a new IP in the works, definitely, but I don't believe that they would just dip out on Injustice like that, with as big of a following and as well as it did, because it did do extremely well. So I do believe this little piece of information, this little tease from this comic book writer about the Injustice comic books coming back, does mean that something huge is coming as far as Injustice 3 information goes in the next couple of weeks, to a month to 2 months. But I really think it's going to be at DC Fandom, and we'll talk about that, like I said, in a later video. MK11 is supposed to last a little bit longer than every other NRS game actually has. And it already has. It's already lasted longer than pretty much every other NRS game. And we've all kind of speculated that it's going to be supported until like 2021, the end of 2021. So we can actually realistically expect something announced for Injustice 3 very, very soon. Whether it's actually just announced at DC Fandom and then revealed at a later date, that's probably the more likely thing, especially with this tease coming right now. It'll probably be announced there, but we won't have a gameplay trailer, we won't have a story trailer, we won't even have a teaser for it at DC Fandom. I could be wrong. But the way it usually works is the games get announced or revealed, or, you know, in general, they are known about a year to a year and a half before they actually release. So it puts the timing just about right in August for it to be announced in August, revealed throughout 2021, and about a year and a half later actually releasing early 2022. So we are about at that point for, you know, another fighting game from NRS or another something from NRS to actually be announced and revealed slowly but surely over time. So I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited about this. I love Injustice. I love everything about those games. The fact that we do have a DC fighting game, and it's a very good DC fighting game with a very good story, and then this comic book backing it. Like, the comic books are dope. I've read all of them, and I'm going to continue. Like, this news actually excites me. Other than for Injustice 3, it actually excites me for the comic book because, you know, I've read those. They're really good. If you haven't read them, read them. Like, they're really good. But yeah, I'm really excited. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about this news, whether you think it's like really a big tease for it coming back, whether you think it's just a tease for the comic and it's got absolutely nothing to do with the video game. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget about the giveaway we have going on for Aftermath. We pushed it off quite a bit, but nobody's really entered. So, guys, make sure you're entering. We got about 20 people in right now. I'm going for about 50 before we actually do the giveaway, so make sure you're in it. I want to give everybody a chance, all these new people coming in. Also, don't forget about the Patreon. The Patreon is a great way to support the channel. If you would like to support, as I said at the beginning of the video, go to the link in the description down below and you can support the channel over there, and your name will be at the end of the video in a credit scene every video. And also, don't forget about the tournament series we have going on called Teuton's Mixed City. We've had a lot of trouble with it so far, so Teuton's Mixed City Week 3 is not going to take place this week. It's going to take place next week. That's 2 weeks off from it, but I cannot get fucking Smash to work, and I'm going to have to continue trying to figure that out. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you watch the beginning of the ranked video series for MK, Injustice, and whatever other fighting game we want to play starting later today. Tune in for that. But my name is Teuton, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.